The natural beauty of this country is strengthened by its trees and creepers. The green color hilltops, having meadows with grass bushes in cover, had a special glamour. The massive trees and thickly grown bushes found at intervals in open glades in the dry zone are eye-catchers. Thus, the evergreen coverage of our island is really fascinating. The primitive man quenched his thirst from the water in a stream that flowed by and satisfied his hunger with a leaf or a foot of a tree. The beautiful flowers that dance in the wind according to the tune of nature brought him immense pleasure. The man who led a calm and quiet life in this manner started producing his own requirements. He strove hard. When he first discovered that a self-planted tree gives a better produce when leaves and other refuse were collected near its foot, he read the book on fertilizer for the first time. The agriculture so started had extended its activity to boundless farms today. The man who had planted a tree for his own existence has turned to be a supplier to a major market today. Instead of manure he had used out of decayed leaves and other refuse, today he uses chemical fertilizer produced in huge factories throughout the 24-hour of the day amidst unbearable noise. The man in an unending journey. If a forest could grow so well effortlessly and without being treated, why are the plots cultivated beside the forest are so heavily manured and treated? We not only do an unsystematic cultivation, but also we do a great damage to the earth. Do we not use undue force on the earth? We do harm to the earth by using manure limitlessly. It's mere injustice. Fungi and bacteria, which are not visible to the eye, live in the natural earth. These help to decay leaves and other refuse that add to the earth. When you add chemical fertilizers very often to the earth, the bacteria and fungi eat up the organic matter remaining in the earth, leaving no organic matter. If the soil contains organic matter, it has the power to retain more water. The water absorbing ability is less in the earth, which is devoid of organic matter. The soil is subjected to erosion, with its richness getting washed away by the water that falls on it. As a result of this erosion, not only the cultivable land extent gets reduced, but also the main streams and rivers go shallow as a result of the eroded soil being deposited in them. thereby causing floods to occur, which damage property and becomes a threat to thousands of lives. It's useless adding chemical fertilizer to a soil that has no organic manure. The earth that is devoid of organic manure is like a patient with dysentery. However much food is given to him, his system does not absorb it. The ability to get the chemical fertilizer washed off from the soil, which is lacking organic manure, is more. But the earth that has organic manure, such as cow dung, has a good grip of the manure introduced from outside. It does not allow the manure to get washed away. The earth which retains manure releases it in small quantities in keeping with the plant requirements. This is not a charming ground of grasses. It is Kothmale Reservoir. Why is then this greenish color in the reservoir? Water that flows into this reservoir from neighboring lands bring with it manure. This manure has made this spot a suitable place for aquatic plants to thrive. A plant called algae has absorbed the phosphate and nitrate prevalent in the waters, growing well and covering the whole place. Because of this, the quantity of oxygen that gets into the water has diminished. This has become a threat to the various types of fish that live in this water from the days of yore. For want of oxygen, they have gradually vanished. Man, the best result of nature, has become the curse of nature. Here's another pool of water near cultivated lands. It's difficult to say whether there is water in it. Because of the manure that is getting into the water from the neighboring cultivated lands, a thick growth of aquatic plants has come up, making it difficult even to destroy them. Another reason for blockade of water near cultivated lands is the erosion of weak soils in these lands due to heavy manuring. Another harm done to the earth due to excessive use of manure is that it destroys earthworms. Begotten by the earth, thrive in the earth and die and become part and parcel of the earth, which make the earth rich during their process of living. How fresh the vegetables look which we buy from upcountry. But does this freshness remain when we take it home? Everything is withered. Vegetables in upcountry give their fresh and bloated look, as it contains more flesh and water due to the heavy use of manure. As this water content evaporated, the vegetables wither soon. Lorry loads of vegetables are being cast aside due to this. It's a menace which also gives out a bad odor to the environment. Using the same chemical fertilizer over and over again, the earth is getting only the same type of nutrients. In this way, if the soil contains large amount of one or two nutrients, it is found that some of the nutrients required by the plant are in deficit. For example, if the quantity of magnesium requirement by a plant is disturbed due to the increase of potassium, then symptoms of magnesium deficiency appear. Some manure used for a season remains in the soil for a number of years. So, without an understanding about the nutrients already in the soil, attempts are being made to enrich the soil by adding mixed manure incessantly. It has not been the practice to get the soil of the lands under cultivation tested by the Department of Agriculture and use only that part of nutrients which the soil is in deficit. How beautiful is this stream! It not only quenches the thirst of man and beast, but also adds an enticing look to the environment. But today, this stream has been polluted. The water in this stream has been invaded by a chemical compound called nitrate contained in waters that flow down from neighboring lands into which tons of manure has been dumped. This chemical, which cannot be eliminated even by boiling, is able to bring in dangerous sicknesses to both man and beast who drink this. Not only the excessive use of chemical manure, but also the excessive use of organic manure is no good. When the earth on the top layer decay after a considerable length of time, it is one of nature's duty to add the earth in the layer below it. This natural transition or the orderly reparation is being disturbed by the excessive use of chemical or organic manure of the earth. What is found on the topmost layer of the earth is a heap of manure. It's a sight very often seen that the effort made by the cultivators adding a layer of soil from outside to this heap of manure to bring it to a natural condition. They load it with layers of soil. Where is the soil? Isn't this the molestation of the earth? We who fight for anger in the courts of law to widen the boundaries of our lands do not know that the available boundaries too are being narrowed due to soil erosion. Cow dung setting forth fumes is a common sight on cultivated lands. This is because the dung gives out gases such as carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide and sulfur dioxide. These gases have a very bad effect on the environment. When any type of manure is used in excess, it becomes a cause for the greenish color of the leaves of the produce to increase. Because of its enticing look, various types of insects get attracted to it. The final result would be that our produce have to be bathed in poison. So, the excessive use of manure has resulted in creating a menacing vicious cycle. Due to overdose of manure, the product will get more succulent. Succulent plants are attracted by more insects, and this leads to application of more and more insecticides. Due to the increased dosage of insecticides, the expenses have increased. So in order to increase the profit, the produce have been bathed with enhanced manure. It is not possible to refrain from using manure to the soil, as the fertility of the soil is being removed from the soil in the form of harvest. However much we use fertilizer, the harvest is lessened. So grieve the farmers. Without treating the earth, enabling it to absorb the manure used, dumping heaps of manure on the earth will result in emptying the farmer's purse.